Right, so back on the M4, David here, he's coming back with beers, so that's okay. Jack isn't, he's on a stag do having beers, so that's all good, not for us though. So you got to put with me and Dave filming probably for the whole of this episode, so if there's nothing, oh, it's a load of rubbish, nearly said crap, but you know why. It's because Jack's no good at editing our rubbish, basically. So, yeah, back on the M4, got loads more bits which we'll unwrap, and we've got all bits and pieces here. So, hopefully, this today, fingers crossed, is more or less nearly there. I think then there'll be just a few more bits and bobs, but I've said that, so it's probably about 1,000 more bits and bobs. But yeah, so windscreen smashed. Gotta get that sorted. Airbags, both sides, curtain airbag. Hopefully in that box over there might be the remedy for that problem. So, done some unwrapping. As you can see, got a fan, lovely new radiator. So basically this fan, which I was after, which my damaged one is over here, was becoming a bit of a headache. I mean, I could get one from BM, but they were £1,000 or more just for that fan housing without any of this pump system on, which I have got. But luckily, good old eBay, some guy was selling this, and I think it come to £390, including delivery, and from the airbag team, dashboard. So, like I said, got some bits now. I'm going to build that radiator system up, which all the other bits of rad which I've got there, all kind of go into like a rad pack. So that's going to go all together. That'll go in there, then that will sit part of the rad pack system. Hopefully that will then slot in without me taking all this back off, which I think it will go from underneath up. So let's get into that then. Finally got this rad pack together. I've been wrestling with this for about over an hour, trying to figure out which way goes what. Obviously you got the top, sides, bottom, then to get it all to fit in, obviously the fan is part of the rear section. I've got my brand new rad there, so there's 4 radiators in here. So there's my brand new rad, which is behind this aircon. You've got the aircon, you've got the charge cooler, which is part of them rad pack system, and then at the very bottom, that's the new gearbox oil cooler, which I've had to remove back off there, because obviously we had that on so we could run it and it wouldn't leak oil everywhere. So we've got all the pipes in place, we've dropped the oil cooler out of the way so we can get this rad pack in. We just had a little go and it's been a bit of a nightmare.
It's tight, ain't it?
Yeah.
I personally think you've got to build up this a bit better to then somehow put it in one.
Built.
Yeah, but I mean with this, because this seems like it's in the way, this is in the way, this is in the way. They don't go into these that properly, and then the fact that we've got to connect all these pipes back up with little hands and
basically what Dave's saying is, you know how we stripped it apart, taking all the headlights and everything out?
I think we've got to re-strip it all back apart to put it all.
But to bolt it all back together, the radiator's then in the way, so we'll work it out. There's got to be a simple, well I'm saying simple, but nothing is simple on these sort of new modern cars with all these radiators and pipe work and all that. So Dave did bring beers, so we had a couple, and
we effectively had 8.
No, we didn't have 8.
Yeah, me, you and Dave have polished 8.
Yeah, so other Dave, not Cozzy Dave.
Cozzy Dave.
So we're going to leave it now, we're going to go back, we're going to have something to eat, and we'll be back
tomorrow.
2 seconds. Back of Dave.
Morning.
Or evening, if you want to, you know.
Yeah. Does she work, mate?
We have movement.
Ho ho ho. Gently does it, gently does it.
it must be how you fit the rad in. Like I said, like Dave says, you've got to connect all these pipes onto the back of that radiator, and when that's sitting there, I know these only kind of push on, but there's a few
Pipes,
bolt on and
yeah.
push. Yeah, it's going to be a bit awkward. They don't make it simple, do they?
No.
No, look.
They make it so you have to take it to BM, mate.
And then BM go, no, you need a new car, mate.
Here, we got a nice new shiny 20 plate here.
This is why they get written off, because all the labour to remove and do all this stuff must cost an absolute fortune, and just the parts. It's
What we'll do is,
labour.
to prove a point, we'll when we make it a bit, and we get some money, we'll buy 2 identical cars, and we'll smash them the same. We'll repair one, and we'll send the other one to the dealer and see what happens. Yeah.
What, the price?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't even touch it to go through it off, mate.
No, we'll say, but we want you to fix it.
We've got it in position, but not in, because the bracket down there has got to go on the end of this here, which then goes up to that there. But the problem is, we've got to get all these sort of pipes and bits on.
Literally about 10 pipes, aircon
But
pipes,
from
water
underneath, there's no space. So we're going to bring this down now. We've got a little gap here, what we can try and get in. Click everything on, and then get it into its final position, ain't it, Dave? Final resting position.
Personally, I think.
If you take it BM and get our pants pulled down, and basically, we might as well just buy a brand new one.
Is there anything anybody else likes? Does anybody like, I don't know, what is it? Paper mache and all that sort of stuff. We could start doing that. Should we start building Lego instead?
Oh man, I think that's difficult. Everything's difficult.
No, because you get instructions. Right, so we've got her in. After Rich listened to me again, we took the top, what would you call it, slam panel, it's over there. We took the top slam panel off, and it has made it a lot easier.
I didn't realise this slam panel actually splits here. I thought
I'd already eyed it up, because
the other
I've
thing,
took a few apart.
the other thing, charge cooler, this side and all the leg bit had to come off to gain access in. It's been an absolute nightmare this year. So we just kind of, well, Dave's wrestling and clicking pipes in.
Where's your mate anyway? Have you told him? Told him that he's gone to see the Mona Lisa because he's he's gone to see the Mona Lisa because he's moaning Jack, isn't he?
Is that where the
Mona Lisa is? Yeah, it's in the Louvre. How do you not know anything? Do you leave Lichfield?
Mate, do I need to see a picture while they keep banging on? It's some woman in a face like this.
Yeah, but no one day when we give Jack that much ag that he hangs himself, right? Yeah, and then we do a portrait of him like this.
What he'd do?
Right, and then he'll end up in the Louvre next to the Mona Lisa. Nah. It was just, I don't know what makes what famous or whatever, mate. It
Do you know what makes it famous? Bullshit. A load of bullshit, that's what it is.
Listen, okay then, so out of bullshit, me and you gonna get famous?
I don't know, mate. I don't want to be famous.
Yes, you do.
I don't, mate.
You want to be YouTube famous? Yeah, you do. So why are we doing it then?
Just having a laugh, aren't we?
Having a laugh, famously having a laugh.
Yeah, we're just filming our stuff.
We just like to entertain, don't we?
There you go.
We was born to entertain, me and you. We did a new Ant and Dec, Dick and Dom. Badil and Skinner.
Dick and Ed. No, Ed is Ed.
I'm Ed.
I'm
Yeah, because you're Richard.
What's Jack then?
Listen, we all know he's the cameraman.
Don't say that.
I'd love to put it on here, but I'm not gonna.
He's editing it, mate. So it doesn't matter. He sees all. He's our big brother.
We've got a new name for Richard. If he was Spanish, it would be Ricardo, but I'm gonna start calling him Retardo because I'm sick to death of putting stuff on this bloody car and having to take it back off. So we built it all up, but for some unknown reason, Stokesy just likes to leave stuff off.
No, just there's a massive pile of bits.
No, see that's what them 2 screws are for there. I told you that from the off, Retardo. Retardo!
Find that offensive, Dave.
We're pretty much there now, aren't we? Well, for that anyway.
We're getting down the bits anyway.
Yeah, looks a lot better with all the bits on.
Try not to scratch this.
The only thing savable, more or less, on this bumper is the grill and the badge. But just a minute ago, before we picked this bumper up, Stoke said to me, do me a favour, Dave, try not to damage the paint. Try not to damage the paint.
No, I meant...
On what planet would that even matter? The blue bumper is no good. So, when he's told me to watch the paint, it don't really matter. And we're going to use the black bumper now, so we've chucked...
I mean, it has got a little repair there.
Little repair there.
But that little repair is going to be better than a major repair everywhere all around here, do you know what I mean? So we've managed to... They're only like stuck on, aren't they, Dave? Like double-sided tape?
Nah, it's like... Yeah, like a little bit of...
So obviously that's your... We've got to gob these back on, but at least I can then see where this hole's...
I can't wait to see this black pen on this black bumper.
Yeah.
Basically what we're going to do...
It had holes in for sensors before, so they should be there.
What we're going to do, we're going to draw a circle round the sensor, we're going to drill it and try and get the filler out, aren't we? That's the aim of the game.
There's probably filler or something in there. Just remove that back out and then fix that. I mean, look, that's black bumper, black pen. Let's see how it goes. 2,
keep going.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Show the ladies and gents. Not too shabby that then, mate.
And then the sensor goes in.
Any way you want. Hard to see because obviously he's using black, but you're stitching that together now, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, so it heats it up and you put them along the crack, and then you trim the bits off, grind it back, and then I've got some bumper glue, and that'll glue it from the front and the back, and it should then not crack in the same place again. So I'm just clicking all these grills in. They've got to all come out for paint, but I just wanted to kind of make sure everything fitted in and there was nothing kind of broken off. I didn't want to do any like repair work after it's been painted, you know what I mean? I'd rather check that everything all kind of works before it goes off to paint.
I'd life this bumper has.
I think me and Dave had a look, and whilst we were messing, this bumper used to be like that. Is it Phoenix yellow?
Yeah,
or something like
the
that?
gold.
Like the goldy yellow.
Goldy yellow.
So it ain't the original bumper to whatever that it come off. What black car it come off?
Yeah, is that load of filler in there?
It looks like it. But Dave, don't worry. Carbon spats cover that up.
They do, mate. They do. Right, we're going to lift it up and we're going to place it on. But I can't record while doing that because our cameraman's in Paris.
As you can, Dave's been filming his toes for about 2 hours.
No, I have
If
not.
you've just seen Dave's toes.
Spell toes and then you can rip me.
T.
Oh, right. Yeah. Go on, what's after that? Is it E or W? Toes. These are the airbags for the BM.
So one dashboard airbag, so that sits behind your dashboard. So that little beaut.
Looks nice, that does. Doesn't look like it meant to go on an M4 though.
They said it does. So
I think that's more off an Adam.
If you don't know,
the steering wheel airbag.
off an Adam. Why is it saying BMW then? BMW Adam. I think I know what this one is. Used to be BMX what my mum and dad never got me for Christmas. So cried little eyes, huh?
Moment of truth, has he got heads up display?
I didn't even think of that day. Oh, she has. You know what? I don't think mine's got that stitching, but as you can see, that dash has got loads of stuff on, this dash hasn't. So we need to get it to that point. And then what we've got here, Dave?
Final piece of the puzzle.
So that's the curtain airbag.
Yeah, that's it. Get it on rusty, really get that installed.
So,
you happy?
as you can see, yeah, that's our airbag kit. Gotta get all the other stuff stripped out of that for all this to go in. So you're going to see it in 2 seconds again.
To fit this.
So I'll leave it with you. I can do it out with my palm. Right, you ready?
Well, if you've already put it in with your finger, you got to do it out with your finger, ain't you?
Okay.
Is that why there's a big thumbprint on this?
Don't
on the
mind me
lens?
that. Right, I've got to do it and then come back. And we're back. 2 secs. Dave's here.
Right, I'm always here.
Jack's here as well. Wee
believe
Parry. He's
We
moaning.
parry,
He's been moaning. He
he
said
did
it was
not
all
get
right.
lost in we parry.
He said it was all right, but the frog legs were overpriced or something, weren't they?
No, it's snails. Did you eat snails?
No.
You're a wimp, you are.
Go
You've
on,
got,
snails,
to, you've got to taste the local cuisine.
Taste the difference.
Anyway, dashboard. Doing it, haven't we?
You best get me a tool, no, a plastic tool, popping tool.
Is that what we've got to do?
Because if you leave me to touch this dash,
Be broke, is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
he's gonna have to buy a new dash. Oh, you got to buy a new dash. You brought a new dash anyway, ain't you?
Yeah, let's rag it out then.
Doesn't mean you drag it out.
I'll pull this out, I reckon.
Can we get a saw in there, just copy them out?
Can we change the driver's airbag first?
Yes.
Because I think that would make it easier
It might,
that I haven't got a parachute in front of me.
And we've got to take the drive seat out, and you did that the other day in your 1 Series. So you'd be really good at that. We might as well take this one out as well, because then we can Uber. Because there's a bit of, as you can see with the dash, there's a bit of
Residue.
Any pounds found than mine.
We need to disconnect the battery, Dave. That's what you should always do. Or
Watch, he's going to blow the airbag. Just if you've got a BM,
3
Audi, Merc, anything that locates the battery in the back, do yourself a
And
favour.
you can't-
Put a little rag in there because I've done it, he's done it.
Shut the
feel
boot.
you'll
You
feel
can't
a bit-
get to the battery because you've got
You'll
electronic
feel a
boot
bit.
switch.
You'll feel a bit silly if you do it. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had a fever dream?
Yeah, mate, when you've got the sweats and
Yeah,
everything.
when I had COVID, the reason I knew I had it is because I had a fever dream.
Yeah.
Like I was in the night sweating and rolling, but you have mad dreams, don't
Yeah,
you?
mental one.
Last night it was so hot, I was having fever dreams.
No, that's on you. That's a come down. That.
I haven't had any gear, mate.
You've just been to a festival in Wee Parry.
Too much wine.
Yeah, too many frog legs.
too many having a frog legs fever. Yeah, we've just noticed something, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, Dave noticed it. I'll quickly point. I'll leave them with that. I mean, lovely new dash. He's got a hole here.
Yeah. You need bits off that. I told you it's completely the wrong colour. You got to put all the vents in. Yeah, that's black and that's grey.
Yeah, but I think that's just got dash on it.
What do you mean?
I think they do an LCI, which is like a facelift, and I think that's the facelift dash. Right, I've got a bit of bullshit in the truck. Let me get some. So, Dave pointed out earlier on when we was taking this apart, he just randomly notices a hole in the driver's side of the dash down there, and the layout's all the same, but literally that's got a cut out. And the only differences we've found with these dashboards, which I weren't bothered, it's got a bit of stitching on the top which matches that stitching there, which I was happy about, innit, Dave? You know what I mean? Jack was loving it, Dave was loving it, but then, like I say, we noticed the hole and thought, wow, the dash is completely wrong. So, done a little bit of research, and that is the facelift dash. So they did an LCI facelift. I think it's on like a 16,
I think,
17.
like you said, that this has had the airbags go before, and
No,
they haven't put that in.
that's the pre-facelift dash.
I think because of the spec of your car, it should have come with that.
No.
I'm not having it.
The facelift, see like that there? They're black.
I'm not having it.
I'm gonna get them in black, 'cause that's a bit warm. There's little, like, tiny little
I'm not having it.
upgrade. I know you ain't having it, Dave, because you just think
Because-
everything's, the roof's different on it, apparently, according to you.
It does look like an E92. Don't fit right on the corner.
Does it, Dave, does it? So we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna put it in, aren't we?
I'm not having it. This
What?
has definitely had airbags gone before. This is.
Windscreen's original. Third arm.
What, mate? 140. It's easily had 2 accidents.
Three. I reckon it's at least had 3 dashboards.
Nah, it's had 2 dashboards at 140k,
It is an M4, you know what I mean?
and it's had too much sauce.
Too much sauce means too many dashboards fitted. So, yeah, we're going to go and whack this in now, aren't we?
Yeah.
That glove box changing colour. Because we was worried about if it's slightly different colour.
Yeah, that looks blue now, and that looks black.
Right, let's get into this. But we're going to have some dinner first, and then we'll get into it.
Right, have you seen dash out, dash in? It's the last piece of the puzzle.
Swear that.
It's for a different steering wheel.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I think we're all good. I'm just worried about this trim here is loose.
It was broke off though,
But
wasn't
I
it?
think when the bag's gone off, it's kind of
Broke the trim.
broke the trim, so I'm going to have to like secure that. So, all the centre consoles back in, dashboard's in. Like I said, we need to get this little cubby hole for that. We've noticed the speaker cover for the top of the dash fits the like
Right shape.
yeah. Like Jack said, it's the right shape, but it don't clip in.
Clips
So
are in a different position, aren't they?
I'm either going to have to get another one or kind of modify that one to get it to fit, which I don't really want to do. Took a bit longer than we anticipated with
Weren't too bad.
well, this episode anyway, that's what we're trying to say. So I'm leaving the seats out because I want to wet vac, because obviously when I think he was early in the morning and he spilt his coffee when he crashed. It's gone all over the cup holders and everything. I'm going to wet vac all the carpets out, whilst the seats are out, give them a good clean and clean them all up. I ain't going to bore you with that lot. Get this lining down, do the curtain airbag, which we'll probably show in the next episode. I've got some other bits, suspension bits coming in. So, windscreen as well, I've got to order that, book that.
You're going to get a pro to do that though, aren't you?
Yeah, well, we're professionals, but, you know, I'm going to ring up a few places and get a quote. Because normally they just, for fitting it, it's just included in the price. You pay, I don't know, £200 for windscreen. It's like, how much is it without fitting? Oh, we'll do it for $190. You're like,
Yeah.
well, we might as well fit it then, do you know what I mean? So, Dave's off gone to see what's he on to see?
He comes play football.
No, he told me he's gone to FaceTime.
Oh, but he's a stockbroker.
Stockbroker. It's FaceTime, he's stockbroker.
Jordan Belfort.
So, yeah.
That's it for now.
So, as Dave says, if he hasn't already said it, follow, like, share and subscribe. And it,
Yeah.
and it, Jack in the
Ding.
dinger.
See you next time.
Phone don't work. Yeah, this when we plug the battery back in now and all the airbags explode again.